offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the Chiefs' 21-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Power running by Zeke. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Prescott to throw it. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And He'll bring this one back to the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
Line 8. Let's go line 80. 15. You got
Running on first down with Ware. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Malik Collins, his 2nd sack of the night. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the skip.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. Intended that time for Cooper. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one